everybody. Remember, this month we are focusing on emotion management or managing our emotions. Big feelings are just a part of life. We all have them, and that is okay. There's nothing wrong with having big feelings. Unfortunately, what happens when we're having big feelings is in our brain, we shift from the thinking part of our brain to the reacting part of our brain. And when this happens, we don't always make very good choices. And so, what we're going to be learning about this week is doing a couple of things. First of all, like the little poster over here points out, we're going to first focus on stopping using our signal. So what that means is when we recognize that we're having big feelings, we're going to use some sort of signal word or action. I know for me personally, I oftentimes will say, and maybe throw my hands up in the air or do something with my hands in my own space, not in other people's space. Other signals could be things like chill, saying relax, and that kind of thing. But really, we just want to acknowledge and use our words to recognize that we're in a stop or that we're in a state where we need to stop what we're doing. The next thing we want to do is name the feeling. And so that might sound like I am so fill in the blank. So I am so angry, or I am so upset, or I am so nervous right now, or I am so excited right now. Sometimes even being excited could get us into trouble when we're out of control. The main important thing is that now that we've said stop, now to recognize the feeling that we're experiencing. And the reason is when we start to name our feelings or when we start to name our emotions, whether it's out loud or in our brains, we start to shift from that doing and reacting part of our brain, that fight or flight part of our brain, to the thinking part of our brain. And then we're going to be in a position to be able to calm ourselves down. So remember, big topics. First of all, big emotions and big feelings, that's okay. They're part of life. And then second of all, when we name those feelings that we're experiencing, we move from the part of our brain that's more related to like dinosaurs and cavemen and that kind of thing to our thinking brain. And that allows us to get back to a spot where we can make good decisions. So stay tuned for next week when we're going to take a look at what this boiling pot of soup has to do with anything. Hope that you'll check back in later. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.